In a virtual space where users are interacting with each other, it is inevitable that not all interactions will be positive. Think about your everyday conversations. Not all of them are with people you like, and not all of them are about things you necessarily like. This is just how it works. The problem is that people have different ways of responding to what they do not like, especially on the internet, because people feel free to say whatever they want to say, how they want to say it, without necessarily feeling they have to take responsibility for their words, just because they are behind a computer screen. We know very well that behind any computer screen is a human being, but people seem to forget about it very often, and many users are really mean on social media towards other people and towards your brand. That's why you always need to be there to moderate the discussion. Moderation is a very delicate topic. Everyone develops its own moderation policy, and through time, you will too. In the meantime, I will discuss the rule of thumbs here. You can start from here and then modify them through time. When you are a community manager, your community is your dinner party and you are the host. Let's take a look at what kind of conflicts you might encounter and how to handle them. First, remember, not all conflicts are negative. Sometimes they can result in richer, more significant conversation within your community. A community that tackles real issues is far more valuable to its members. You just need to learn how to embrace conflict and how to recognize when it will ruin your party. Keep your eyes open and try to predict conflict. You can do so by knowing your audience. Both in real life and in social media, moderating conflict starts with knowing your guests and understanding why they're there. When a disagreement actually starts, you can handle it in 4 different ways. Maybe you spot a conversation that might result in the conflict. However, it's a new type of conversation for you, so you cannot really tell how it's going to continue. So keep an eye on it and let it continue. As it goes on, evaluate the reasons why you should let it go on and the reasons why you shouldn't. If you understand that it doesn't add any value to your community, then stop it. If instead a topic has come up in your community before and resulted in an engaging conversation, you can step in and encourage the debate. When you become comfortable enough, you'll be able to actually start the debate in a way that is productive for your community. You shouldn't be too controversial. Just spark the conversation. Sometimes, instead of shutting the conversation down at all, you can try to steer it in a different direction. You can step in and help your community refocus. If the conflict involves personal attacks, threats, legal issues, or anything that contradicts your community guidelines, immediately stop the conversation. Another useful tip. There might be some types of other content that are specific to your industry and that you do not want people to share. For example, on social media pages for movies, it is typically forbidden to post spoilers, because this might result in discouraging some people from going to the movie theater and watch the movie simply because they already know the end. Make sure to think about what is that you do not want your audience to post. Remember, you must be part of the conversation. Always reply to comments on posts and always reply to private messages. If someone posts a question on your Facebook page and you do not respond, all other members in your community will see that you ignore that user and will think you don't really care about what people are saying, which is really bad. So always reply to comments. As I said, these are the general rules, so feel free to find the strategy that is most appropriate for you and then go back to your editorial plan and add your moderation policy there.